It's just gold, isn't it? First coffee in the morning. Oh, beautiful. So, on today's agenda is to fix the Ford Fiesta. Now, I started driving it when I first got it, and I kind of randomly, every now and again, you get a bit of a funky smell inside. And by that I mean a bit fumey, a bit petrol-y, that kind of thing. I was like, well, I'll have to dive into it when I can figure out what's going on, because it wasn't directly like screaming at you when you looked under the bonnet. Do you get what I mean? But now it is. I say that it's not. Doesn't sound like it's got an injector leak, but it has. I took these. Well, I started to see diesel coming out underneath, little drips, and I was like, what's going on here? So I ended up taking the airbox off and having a little look with a little torch, and you could see it pulling up around an injector. I think another one as well. And it's just a case of, it ain't going to get any better, put it that way. Don't get me wrong, sometimes if you've got a leaky injector, over a long period of time, if you continue to use it, they can sometimes randomly seal themselves up. But it's not the ideal way to do that, because carbon and stuff like that, it's not good. Highly not recommended. But what I have got, because the van is a bit of an old girl, let's be honest, right? I mean, not the van, the car is a bit of an old girl. I say old, it's not old, but of the Ford and a little diesel, you know, it's done 113,000 miles or whatever it is. I've got new injector seals, copper seals. I've got new seals for the return lines. I've got new seals for the airbox. I've got new seals, new anti-vibration couplings for the injectors. I've got a new rocker cover gasket. I've got new return lines. Do you know what I mean? And oh, hang on. While I was there, because I thought, you know what, it's stupid not to, isn't it? Right? Bosch. Well, they're not Bosch, they're NGK, but some four glow plugs. Now, if you're not aware, most common diesels these days, they need glow plugs to start and to get running and to fire up and reliably. Don't get me wrong, what have I got here? That's probably 40 quid there in glow plugs. I think the seal kit and all that, and the injector kit was about 25 quid. The return line was about 9 quid. So all in all, it's not that bad to be fixing it. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend it if you don't know what you're doing. Right, I'm gonna have a brew, and then I'll catch you when I go outside. Ford Fiesta. Now ignore it, because obviously it's just filthy, because I go down to the farm tracks. Even the old girl's filthy, look. I might move it over slightly. Right, let's get her on some harder ground. And could do with warming it up a little bit as well. Make my life a bit easier. Ooh, blowers. She still drives, but you hear that sort of, and the smoke. Yeah, that's a nice little oh dear. Right, let's move her over a little bit. Now, all in all, like, it's quite a compact little engine, right? And what we need to do is get rid of all of this to get down there. So let's get some tools out and get cracking and get all that stripped down. Oh, I won't bore you with me getting all my tools out, but I'll be back with you in a second. Can't say I'm massively looking forward to doing this, but here we are. But let's get some gloves on and get stripping down, shall we? Oh, like I say, this ain't going to be a tutorial. This is just like a bit rough kind of thing, because otherwise I'd be here forever, you know. So look, 110,000 miles. She had a time belt and water pump, and it's done 113,000 miles. So it's kind of the reason why I'm kind of doing this. You know, like, don't get me wrong, to some people it might be a case of just scrap this car. But I suppose if you didn't do because I can eliminate the labour it's not too bad. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully I'm going to try and do this without taking the fuel filter off, because if I take the fuel filter off, it's just going to, yeah, it's going to be a dick to get it to start again, because these are renowned for it just to be a pain in the arse. You get air in there and it's like, nah, don't like it. Surprisingly engines don't run on air. But yeah, let's get this stripped down. I don't know why I wear gloves. Look at that, look. Within seconds they just peel off. But I've got like 3 7mm down here, which looks like someone's used an 8mm to do them up, if you know what I mean. So when they get tight, they just round them off. So yeah, so it's not a straightforward job. This is not a job I would say anybody should do. Should I put it that way? Because this is annoying, but yeah, we're getting there. I'm just trying to get everything off the top, and then we've got one hell of a clean-up game going on. It's gonna get a right fucking mess. This is. Oof. Cross your fingers for me, will you? Ooh. That looks vile. Send prayers and hopes and dreams. Ugh, that's. Do you ever think to yourself sometimes, what have I started? What have I done this for? Oh, that's a right mess in there. When injectors leak for a while, you get like carbon build up, and that's what that is. And it felt like the rocker cover was stuck, but it wasn't. It was just the intake pipes running into the intake, where you got like the rubber O-rings and they go brittle and hard, and yeah, makes you feel like it's stuck, but it wasn't. So I had to give it a bit more of a yank and a pry with a screwdriver. Shh. But yeah, now I've got to play the game of trying to clear out everything around here. First thing to do, plug them holes up. Right, clean up what you can see and plug them holes up, and then yeah. But you can see all the fuel down the sides here. Look, pretty much every single one's got a leak going on here. They put the diesel in every single hole. But yeah, let's get that stripped out, and hopefully we can start to get these injectors out. Now, I have a bit of a twist to be honest to get this injector out. Now, I think the rocker cover gasket's been leaking down into where they sit, and it's, yeah, eventually made them all kind of leak. But ooh, look at that. And I already got myself a new injector bore cleaning kit. Now, I know a lot of you are going to moan about me doing this with all that mess around it, right? But I'm in the middle of a field, so there's not much I can do about it. But this is working, trust me. And look how swanky that looks in there, look. Perfect, that is. That's perfect for a new copper seal, and clean the injector and get that back in. Oh, my fucking back is in pieces. I'm getting old. I can't lean over this engine bay like that for too long, otherwise I get out of breath. Like, winds me. We are getting there though. I've got 2 out, cleaned and back in again, and now I'm on to the other 2, and then once, I think these are the 2 worst ones, so this will be fun. As you saw, that one was just full of, well, I don't know if you saw actually, I don't think the camera recorded it. Handy. GoPro decides when and when it wants to turn on and off. Now let me demonstrate to you how not to take an injector out by smacking it off the side when you plan to use it again.
Now that's my own silly fault for holding the camera in my hand and trying to do it one-handed. But we got it out, and let's just pray when it goes back in it works.
Now, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 injectors out, cleaned and back in, right? But now I'm on to doing the glow plugs before I leave everything a proper clean and then put it all back together. This is the problem I've got, is a glow plug is it's literally an 8mm bolt down here. Well, big bolt. A glow plug is at 8mm, right? And this thing has probably been in there for years, down the back of here. And I'm just literally, hang on, working this out and then in. Pray for me. Just bringing it all the way in, throwing some WD in the old on the old end so it drips down, and then working it back out again. I'm just hoping it doesn't snap, because if it does, fuck, you know, you're into leaving it without one glow plug on one cylinder, or see how it gets tight. Look. Oh. Now hang on, let me jump in here before we continue, right? Sometimes, right, when you're doing stuff like this and stuff gets tight and it looks like it's going to snap or going to seize, you take judgment and you go, do you know what, I'm going to go that little bit extra, right, just to see, right? And sometimes that backfires, but sometimes is a winner. This time it backfired. I openly admit, I watch this back now and I'm like, why didn't you stop, you fool? Right? But yeah, after countless times going back and forth on the video, yeah, you'll see. Come on, you little tart. Oh no. I think I just broke that. Either that or it just come fucking loose. Uh-oh. No? No? Oh my god, that felt literally like, you saw that? That literally felt like it snapped. Oh!
And this is when I realised, yeah, I snapped the end off. Not at the threads, the end of the glow plug. Wow. Now, not being funny, I know it's not uncommon, but yeah, I've never had one happen to me. And you know what they say, you're only one broken bolt away from a nightmare.
Yep, now we're up shit fucking creek, ain't we? Oh, fuck's sake. I knew that was going to happen, or something was going to fucking bite me in the ass. Look at the fucking end of that. How much I'm missing. That is in the cylinder. Now, obviously, missing that bit, which is obviously sat on top of the cylinder. I've had to take that injector back out again. Knocked it through, and it's dropped into the cylinder. And now I've got to find a way again out through that little hole. But I haven't got anything that's small and grabby enough to grab it, so great.
So we do what any normal man does who's up shit creek on a Saturday afternoon. We head to Halfords. Even though most of the time it's a waste of time.
Right, now, managed to find something in Halfords, luckily. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the right diameter. I didn't measure anything. I just thought it was getting dark, let's just go and try and find what we can. Hopefully, this fits perfectly down that hole. And you can pick up a bit of that glow plug and we can carry on. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait for a special tool to try and get down there, or try and find something on the internet, because, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. Right, back to the car. No, I'm not gonna lie, I just fished that out of that hole down there with this little magnet thing that didn't really, I had to bend the end and sort of swoop round the cylinder to get it. But, now I can put that glow plug back in and that one's done, and then we can go to this one, and then I'm going to snap that one off too, and then I'm going to snap that one off too, and I'm going to snap that one off as well, won't we? Most probably. Oh, at least we're getting there. At least it's done, and then it's done. At least we're prepared if we do snap one off the end. Right, let's throw some WD-40 and everything and put it back together. Jesus, now I've got to do it in the dark. Great. It's getting cold. I love this head torch, Nebo, right? But it's alright for a short walk or whatever, because it's only tiny, so the battery only lasts about half an hour. But that's enough for today. I was going to soldier on, but I was like, there's no point in me rushing it or forgetting something or doing something half-heartedly, because I want to clean the intake and stuff like that tomorrow, and then get it all back together again. But that is all 4 glow plugs and all 4 injector seals done, and return lines, but I'm not too sure on the return lines. I bought a cheap one off eBay. Should have known better. I've done it before, I've been there before, tried to prise it in and it just went twang and snapped. It's not cheap shit. So yeah, my plan tomorrow is to get up tomorrow morning and get that back together again and functional, and then try and let's turn the tap on first. Yeah, and then try and have a look at the van as well. But that's for tomorrow. I am buzzing that I managed to get both those ends of those glow plugs out. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bit rusty on the old tools. I say rusty, I can still do it. Just, yeah, just a bit like, it's been a while since I've got proper involved, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a win, getting them 2 broken bits out. Managed to push them back into the cylinder and then fish them out of a little magnet that was just strong enough to hold it slightly, so you had to sort of bring it out the hole really slowly while you dropped it back in.
It's my turn to operate. Operate? You listed up, Butterfingers!
Nightmare. And then I'll probably see you lot tomorrow, because quite frankly, I just want to sit down and do nothing. So yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow when we wake up and we start the day again. And we shall conquer. We shall conquer. Wow, didn't film that bit because it was a fiddly little piece of shit, right? But trying to get the intake to sit back in on the rubbers, nightmare. But we got there in the end. Well, at least I think I have. So we're not far off actually getting this thing or turning it over, because that's all it kind of needs to run. But yeah, I'm gonna put a few bits on as much as I can, but try and leave this bit open, so leave the back part of the intake off, or the airbox, and then I can actually look down there and make sure it's not leaking. Which, knowing my luck, it's probably pissing out. Boom. Now, I need to have a fag and ponder over what I've just done and making sure everything's as it is and ready to happy to run, and then I can go from there. But don't get me wrong, I haven't got the airbox on it, so the mass sensor's not in, so it might flag up an engine management light, but will it run? That is the question. Do you know what I mean? Either that, it's going to the scrapyard, because it only owes me 300 quid, so it's not the end of the world, just 2 days of fuckery. Well, day and a half. Oh, my neck. Oh. I guess it's time to turn the key and see what happens. Let me just make sure I've got the lines. Fuel lines are on. Return lines on. Don't get me wrong, it's probably not going to start straight away because it's had the fuel line off, so it might take a little bit, but my neck, oh Jesus. I want no leaks and I want no blowing from the injectors. Give it a couple of turns on the old key. forgot I had this. That'd make life a bit easier, wouldn't it? Little pumpy. Looks dry so far. Come on. Ignore the squeaky belt, that's just more I've got coolant on it, so that needs to dry out. But it's alive! It's alive! Sounds lovely. Oh. Engine management light, hold on.
As I said before, it's just the air mass sensor being unplugged and having the intake pipe off that's caused these faults. So just a cheeky little arrays and we'll be done with them.
Right, that seems to have gone off. But let's see how she gets on. Oh, my fucking neck, man. Hang on, I need to check that I'm not going to drive over it or something. I need to go back first, not forwards. Well, I can hear my auxiliary about squealing its head off. And I'm pretty sure it's only just because I dripped coolant on it and now it's like, hey, I'm lubed. So, yeah, I need to squirt that off with some brake cleaner, I think, and stop it from being so slippery. Ooh. All in all, it's driving good. It's driving good. Let's just double check. Squeak, 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 squeak. Yeah, alright, shut up. Stop squeaking, you. Shut up.
And I'm going to call that a win. Oh, car's driving lovely. Now, I do get a good kick out of bringing something old and horrible back to life. Hopefully give it a few more years yet. But let's get back to the van.
Well, that was up to temperature and I can't smell any diesel and can't see any leaks underneath, so I'm going to call that a win. I mean, don't get me wrong, we'll probably find out in the next few days if I've done something wrong or something that's not happy. But at this moment in time, she starts on the button, bam, straight away. And drives perfectly. Had a few little moments of but that was, I think that was just it, eating a bit of carbon that's still in the manifold, because you'd be there forever trying to clean all that shit out. But it is tidy and I can't smell any leaks. It doesn't look like it's leaking. So test run will be driving it to work tomorrow and hopefully get there and it's not leaking, and then we can tick this one off the list. But also I need to look at the van. Well, I'm here, I might as well check the oils. I think half of my stuff that I get with my van, I get it's just me just worried. Yeah, spot on. Just literally a tad above full. What's the oil feel like? Feels alright. Right, this is Joe from the future. Now, technically, but yeah. I'm currently in Scotland. Now, I thought I'd jump on this video at the end just to finish it off because I know this will go up first and it will go up around Christmas. So, I just thought I'd say thank you for watching, you know, and the people that support me, you know, massively. I know this year's been a bit of a ooh, up and down and all over the place, and the next year's probably going to be the same, right? But we can only do what we can do with our lives, can't we, right? So, yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported me. Massive thank you going forward, you know, huge thank you for the support. And yeah, I just wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas, you know, and a Happy New Year. Now, don't get me wrong, there might be a video going up over Christmas at some point. I can get it done, but up in Scotland there's not much power, so yeah, I can only do what I can do, and I don't want to half-ass it. I want to try and make something quite good of this, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll leave that on there, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, give it a little like,
Don't forget to keep it real, keep it safe, keep it true, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Ta-da!